Sure.
Okay. So, my name is Jessica Horn, and I want to start off by asking everyone a question. So just raise your hand. How many of you have been fishing before? Okay, well actually, I was fishing on the day that I almost died. So, I was 5 years old, and I was in Maine on summer vacation with my family, and my grandparents have this house, and it's literally over the water. It rests upon this dock that is about 15 feet above the water, and so I was standing on the side, and I was casting my little fishing rod over the side, just practicing, and there were about 3 things wrong with the situation. First, no one was watching me, everyone was inside. Second, there was a tiny little hole behind me that I didn't notice, and third, my fishing pole got stuck in the flower pot. I was really an independent kid, and I didn't want to go ask for help, so I tried to get it out myself, and as I was stepping backwards and pulling it out, I fell right through that hole. And as I fell, the only reason anyone knew was because I was screaming, not because I was falling, but because I was scared that the lobsters were going to get me at the bottom. Now, it's a pretty anticlimactic, near-death story, but the real point, I guess, is that I fell perfectly straight, and there's all these beams around holding up, the platform, but I fell, like a popsicle stick, and that's basically how I knew, a little sign that I was meant to be a diver. So I didn't actually start diving though until I was about 15. I did gymnastics my whole life, and my family is really into sports, particularly my dad. My brothers play hockey and lacrosse, and my dad's an extremist. So to give you a little bit of an idea, our living room doesn't actually have living room furniture. Our dining room doesn't actually have dining room furniture. Instead, we have gymnastics mats, we have weight benches, we have leg machines. It's a bit extreme. I'm sure my mom's not too happy about it, but it just shows a little bit of his personality. And he's always thought sports were a really good way to, develop things like hard work, teamwork, persistence, getting over your fears. And I've kind of seen that to be true throughout my experience with sports. When I started diving, I was 15, so just one of the ages that you're just going into high school. And you might think I would be good at it, because it's similar to gymnastics, but it's actually very different because you're going head first instead of feet first. And so it actually took me 3 months just to learn how to go into the water head first. And I was so bad that the coach gave up on me and put me with the 9-year-olds, and I was diving with a group of 9-year-olds as a high school student. So it was pretty embarrassing. But what sports taught me is just persist and keep working hard, and eventually you'll get there. And now I dive here. So that's never thought I would be here today, but it's because of my dad. Now I look to my mom. She's more my role model, and it's funny because the family makes fun of her for being the unathletic one in the family. She did cheerleading, which we all kind of joke, oh, it's not really a sport. But in reality, she's the strongest one in my family, and she's my role model. So she's had cancer twice. But what I've learned from her is how to be a strong person. And I would watch her go through chemotherapy and lose her hair, and she would still be able to, help me with homework or cook meals for us. It was a really great role model, a great example. And when I'm up on that diving board, as cliche as that sounds, or going through anything hard in my life, I think back to her, and I think back to all the things that she has to do and how strong that makes her. And then I'm able to push myself and do those things as well. And the good news is that she is done with her final treatment of radiation, and as my brother would say, she is lucky to have gotten the 2 easy types of cancer. But basically, my sports and my family are the reason that I'm here today and the person